Ohayo gozaimasu.
It's
up,
not the
everybody?
morning.
It ain't morning, girl.
Morning somewhere.
It's not morning.
Somewhere
Konbanwa.
it is.
It is the evening.
I was hoping he would just keep speaking Japanese and then throw everybody off, but
It just stays
Oh,
there.
I wish.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking wish.
he
Maybe
just
next
like
year.
keeps speaking Japanese, and we're all like, acting like we know what he's saying. And
I'm on a
Right,
page.
like it's scripted and we all have
Yeah.
our script. Yeah. And we all just
Uh,
pretend
Give me-
we just pretend we understand him.
Give me about a
It's
week
like-
and I can put that together.
Watashi wa.
hey,
That'd be
dude,
fun.
just type it out phonetically. I can read it.
I can do that. I can
Yeah.
Ramaji. I can Ramaji.
I
Yeah.
don't know any Japanese other than what I've gleaned from watching anime. It's not.
You can
not
glean a lot from watching anime.
Truly.
Yeah.
It's true.
Watch it enough, you'll start to pick up on it.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to imitate it, but the way they say Elric in Full Metal Alchemist always makes me laugh.
I gotta hear it from you now. Do it. Come on, Dylan.
Maybe later on. Stick around to the end. You might hear me
Ooh,
try
like
to
that,
do
like that.
that. Probably won't because I
Aw,
am embarrassed.
I called you out. I put you in the spot.
Yeah, no, it's all good. That was fair.
I'll just try to embarrass myself even more so you feel like you have to put it out there later.
I have to like put it
You
on
know?
loop in my headphones during the whole thing, just like Elric.
That
was it. I did it.
There it is.
That's kind of how they say it.
it.
No shit. Everybody logs off. Viewers drop.
I do. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I love reading the credits after animes. It's so much fun, and like that
Oh, because
overly
of all the names.
dramatic, like Japanese voice that they. Yeah. It's fun.
Could you give us an example?
Sure. Let me pull up some credits. Somebody vamp.
Uh,
I'm muckbagging today, so there's that.
Mukbang.
Well, he mentioned Full Metal Alchemist, so I mean, there you go.
All right.
Mustang was
reasonable.
amazing.
Colonel Mustang is the shit. And I love that there's a spell in Pathfinder that is called Ignition. Just
Yeah.
I feel like they knew what they were doing with that.
Mm.
Just
Well, they did.
So much emotion in a snap of your fingers, you know?
No. Oh goodness.
yeah,
You guys have a good
recently
weekend?
started rewatching it, but did not get very far into it.
Those are the
Start again.
moments, you know?
Why can't I find a list?
Yeah,
of
weekend was
these?
good.
Yeah, good.
Never
Cool.
long enough. Hopefully one day we get a 4-day work week. Culturally.
Agreed. We had Thursday off and then Friday on, which I hate. So I was like, cool, I'll take Friday off. But then I had to work all day Thursday anyways. And I was like, so much for my strategic planning of getting a long weekend.
Yeah. My problem with doing something like that is then if I do that, I end up getting calls on my days off anyway. And then I have to go on, log on, and fix problems. Or then when I come in, that Monday is just like, oh, there were problems that were ignored while I was gone. So now my Monday is just filled with fixing.
Yeah.
That's the life of having a job, I guess.
That's fair.
Oh man.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are we doing?
I don't want to read these credits now. It's. I feel like the time we lost time, and it's taken too much time. So
Get on that
I
script.
was wondering where you were looking. I was like, Robert, this is taking you. Are you watching the entire anime right now?
No,
Like,
Yeah.
the stupid Google AI just kept giving me blurbs and not the
Aw.
actual list of credits. and I'm
You
just
don't
like,
you don't use Bard.
I'm not trying
Well,
to.
yeah.
It's just there now. And I haven't
Welcome
spent
to
the time
Whispers of Doom.
Yeah. Doom. AI's taking over the world.
Well, we
Yeah.
are clearly not AI generated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
Unless,
much more organized, but
um,
also extremely vanilla.
Yeah. Not even
speaking of
AI
him-
could make hands this fucked up.
Anyways, yep, this is Whispers of Doom, episode 53. Mother No More is what I've called it. We
Ooh.
are still in the midst of the pit in the plateau known as the Devil's Plateau in Sandpoint. But before I actually go into a recap, let's go around the horn and introduce yourselves and your characters, who they are, who you are. Let's go, Nick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nick. You can also call me Big Red or just Red. I am playing Brip Moonkling, the Tripkey Ranger. And if you don't know, that's a frog person, frog humanoid. And he likes to climb.
Recording in progress.
And I'm going to throw it to Jacob.
Thank you. I am Jacob. I'm playing Sofle Flamgast, a Leshy Oracle that I like to refer to as a salad. Right. I'm sometimes Spellcrashers in the chat, and I will throw it to Cody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cody. I'm high. No, I'm not high.
Immediately walks back. No, wait. Why did I say that?
Yeah, actually, why did I say that?
Hi on.
I am Bard. Anyway, my name is Cody. I am playing Giddy Ginzak Scarnetti, aka Giddy. Wow, I'm really tired. Holy hell.
He's in that food coma.
Yeah.
I am a little bit of a food coma. I was just munching on some Jimmy John's. I'm also getting over being sick. So if I sound even more stupid than usual, that's why. And if I start coughing, that's also why. But I'm playing Giddy, who is a goblin summoner. And before I fuck anything else up, Dylan, it's your turn.
What's up? My name is Dylan. I am very sober. I am playing Calliope Dan Muir, who is a human champion of Pharasma. If cleric and champion didn't both start with a C, I could do this. But since they both start with a C, my brain is, and her name starts with a C.
Schlampion.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what is it? I shouldn't have dual classed into cleric from champion. And also they should have just kept calling it a paladin. But anyway,
Paladin's
that's
an
who I'm
option.
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That's who I'm playing. The only human in the party, the only non-green. Well, I guess we'll call Ignara as a
Party member.
not green party member. But anyway,
True.
that's enough of that. Let's not talk about colors of skin. We don't need to get into that. So let's just keep rolling.
And don't forget, Jacob, you have a wondrous item that's also leveled with you guys last time. A fellow green scaled creature.
Oh, that's right.
A viper, a giant viper named Rasthis.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget
I got
them.
a snake.
Yeah.
I forgot about them. I don't know
I'm
if they're in my
Robert.
inventory anymore.
They should be. I updated the sheet for them, but I digress. If you like what you hear and you want to hang out with us more, I can't imagine why you'd want to. Come join our Discord where we talk extremely nerdy all the time. If you like talking nerdy, do that. And if you really, really like what we do and want to throw us some bits, you can throw them bitties in the chat at us to help support our endeavors, and we'll make more content. And yes, more awesome shows. A lot of ideas spinning around in the back. But we're focused on Whispers of Doom currently, as well as the Random Rolls podcast, which is a audio-only podcast. It's in the name. I don't know why I said that. Where we play.
So a podcast is.
Oh, no. No.
We're gonna mansplain podcast to you now.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's a variety stream, variety podcast. It's a goddamn it words.
Just
It's a
Google
Monday.
it. Google it. Figure it out.
It's Monday. We're all tired.
It's hot AF.
Things have happened over the weekend.
But right
Link
now
in the
we're
description below.
Yeah, right now we're playing through Cloud Empress, which is a mothership hack. If you're familiar with that tabletop role-playing game, it's a hack of that. So let's play some Pathfinder now, because I'm done with this.
I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to
live by the
Live
die,
by the die.
die by the
and
die.
die by the die.
Dun, 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 dun. Last
Also,
time.
Rassus.
What?
It's not on my character sheet. The character sheet is separate, and I don't have access to it.
Okay,
Hmm.
I will fix that as I give you the recap. It's going to be very difficult, but I'm going to try.
Damn.
Recap. last time in the pit,
Get your bingo
Uh,
cards ready,
a
y'all.
gigantic hole in the Devil's Platter, which is a plateau in the hinterlands of Sandpoint. Our party has found themselves in the 3rd level somehow, and they're on the hunt, really looking for clues as to what this ominous warning from the spirit of Nualia was, of these 7 dooms. What do they portend? They're here to find out. And we uncovered the mother of the mother of Souffle themselves. Yet to be revealed how or why. Got some hints along the way, but maybe we'll hear more about that this session as they stand over the body of this fiery, red-haired halfling woman who insulted Silflay and also the body of Silflay, who took a significant amount of damage as she and 2 gargoyles focused their ire upon them. So let's just start there. As I activate the scene in Foundry VTT, future sponsor, not currently, but we're open to it.
You know who else should be a sponsor?
No.
Emergency, because I've been taking a whole bunch of it over the past few days, and these are basically pop rocks.
The good news is you cannot overdose on vitamin C.
This is true. And it tastes like
You
berry
will
lemonade.
Pass it all. Probably, is there sugar in there too?
There's a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
I mean, you could just, get pop rocks and like pour soda in and do some fizzy.
Yeah.
Do chemistry in your mouth.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sounds hot.
Say less. Yeah.
And
okay.
cue the Careless Whisper soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Souffle is unconscious with Ignara to the north of them. Calliope and Brip are in this cathedral-like chamber, as well as the body of Asmorelli, the red-haired halfling, the crumbled bodies of the gargoyles that are in the shape of the infamous Sandpoint Devil, and Giddy is just outside of that room. Everybody's taking damage too, which is nice to see. So
Even old Brip.
fresh off this battle, no threats right now. What are you guys doing?
So I think Giddy is gonna run into the room, since he has been outside of it for most of this combat. Well, all of the combat. Had Iggy go in there and do all the dirty work. At least I would do that if Foundry would let me move my token. But anyway, Giddy is going to run into the room, past Calliope, and up to where Silflay and Iggy are, at the north part of the room, like a mad dash, and just kind of like grabs onto Silflay's shoulder as they're on the ground. She's like, Silflay, please, you can't leave me.
Yeah, as you rush past, Calliope is standing there, still blind from that combat. Can't see anything, has this Ransuer out that we pulled from that statue after trading garnets for it. She's got that out since her sword flew out of her hands, and she has no fucking idea where that is. But she tries to kind of strike at you because she's not really sure what's going on. Obviously, she can't see anything, but she'll when she hears you kind of talking, she's gonna she'll lower the Ransuer and kind of walk over timidly, with her one foot out in front of her, trying to guide and make sure she doesn't run into anything. And is Giddy able to do any healing or stabilizing or anything like that? Or
I just failed a death save, by the way, so I increased my value.
Shit. Is Giddy, is Calliope me? Who? Shit, man, being blind is really hard.
No.
Don't ever be blind. Is Silflay? What's going on? Tell me.
Place, They're here, but barely alive. I
I think
I could cast stabilize on her, but I need to like help me put my hands on her and I can stabilize her. Even though it's a target, can I just do it through my hands or do I have to fucking target her? Would I have to do a flat check
For a flat check for
to stabilize? It is technically a 30-foot range with the target is one dying creature.
Oh no, you can just get over there with Giddy's help and Brip. They'll guide
Okay.
you.
yeah.
But I mean, like to be able to cast it while blind,
Oh
I
no,
don't
that's
have
fine.
to.
No,
Okay, thank
I
you.
think you only have to roll the flat check if you're stupefied.
We'll guide, yeah. So we'll
Okay.
guide Calliope northwest up over there, and I think Brip would immediately take a healer's toolkit off of Silflay's side, right? Does Silflay carry one?
Calliope has one as well.
So
Probably more
then,
at the ready,
yeah,
honestly.
he would take it off Calliope as they went, and immediately start after you had stabilized. He'll pull out the toolkit, a healer's kit, and attempt to treat wounds on you. And you, so Flay, just keep it together for a little longer. I got this.
you I think you would have seen while like all this is kind of happening, Giddy has been trying to like get a spark going to be able to heal Silflay with his staff, but it just won't light for some reason.
I rolled 25 on my medicine check for a critical success for 18 points of healing for Silflay.
Nice. All right.
Really, really worried that natural one was going to kill them. So I was like, oh no. Wounded 3 is no joke. Or dying 3, excuse me.
You're actually wounded 1 now with a crit success after that treat wounds.
Oh, amazing.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you treat me and my head is kind of starting to lull a little bit. Um, I think I take, a few seconds to kind of orient, and I lift my head and I see the body of this woman that has now been torn to shreds by Iggy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just kind of crawl over to her and immediately is like, no, 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 no. She wasn't supposed to die yet. She was supposed to live through it, experience what we did, what I did. She looks at Giddy. What I did.
What do you mean? She was gonna kill us. She nearly killed you.
It's gonna crawl on to her and I just start beating her chest. She's dead, very weak, but kind of caught up in this emotion. And as like I'm getting covered in her blood because of Iggy shredding her, Silflay takes off her mask
Oh shit!
and just kind of drops it to the ground and sits back. Blood, across her, but the mask has kept her face clean. So for the first time, you guys see Silflay's face, which is very narrow and much more pale than the rest of her body. The It looks um like very, very fair, very fresh skin. And she's made a couple comments before to where her scars always heal. Um, So she just has these very large, kind of like dark golden eyes, very narrow nose, and kind of acute chin. Looks a little bit, if we take it out, like a Palmon meets a Celebi, if you want to get real nerdy. Um, but she just kind of sits there in disbelief. Face is the only thing that is not covered in this woman's blood or her own from taking so much damage.
So Flay, your mask. What? I don't understand.
I just stand up. I am what I am. I don't really know what that is, though. And she's gonna kind of walk weakly over to this pedestal, this ritual table, whatever this is, and just kind of lean up against it.
Calliope will, having gained her sight, pick back up her sword while some of that was going on, and she steps slowly behind Silflay, extending one of her arms out about hip height due to the height difference. Just puts her hand on Silflay's shoulder and holds it there for a second, and then gives her a little kind of pat. Not sure. Looks like she tries to maybe want to say something, but she opens her mouth a little bit and just shuts it, and she casts Lay on Hands on you, so you will gain 18 hit points back. That's in the chat, and she's kind of just like, oh, yeah, okay, and she'll do that, and then just kind of back up over, move further south in the room towards one of the other 7-pointed stars on the floor, kind of give you your space to see what else is happening.
Yeah, so Flay is just kind of standing and breathing. You can see that she's looking out of the corner of her eye. It looks like it's at Giddy, but it's past Giddy, um, to Asmarelli.
So I think during some of this time, Brip is quietly patching himself up in the corner. And after doing so, he walks over to Calliope and kind of hands back the healer's kit. I had to borrow this.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. I felt something, but in the moment, I don't know. You're very, very nimble, those little fingers. Thank you. Damn, you're on a roll with those. Would you like to maybe see if you can help me out a little bit? Seem to be using those almost better than I.
Let me see what I can do.
As you guys are spending the next, well, it's probably been about 20 minutes now.
Oh God, it's
healing
almost a one.
healing and just kind of looking over each other. You see Asmarelli's body start to revert from that fiendish red color, and the horns that were protruding from her forehead kind of revert back to her original skin.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
I did too.
Calliope was probably like, "Whoa!"
He's right next to the body and just like, "Oh no!"
Oh,
Her eyes are lulled open, staring at Giddy, lifeless.
no.
I'm glad that her eyes aren't doing anything, because if I remember correctly, we decapitated her.
That's fucked up.
I think Kitty's going to kind of look over at Silflay for a second and then look back down at the body, and then just he sees what appears to be like a little symbol on her, like somewhere on her person. There appears to be some sort of religious symbol. I think Giddy would take that out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Oh, sorry.
Are you good? So the symbol is a where is it? It is a silver amulet that looks like a horse's head with bat wings as a backdrop. Bat wings as a backdrop. Say that 20 times fast. And just emblazoned with fire, symbols of fire.
Would
Almost had a bingo check off there.
Get your bingo cards ready for Robert and his card reading. But yeah, I think Giddy would like to try to figure out what this is.
Yep, go ahead, roll. Sorry, go ahead, Nick, as they roll.
While Giddy is doing that, I imagine Brip is looking down at one of these black horse-like winged creatures, and he's kind of looking at it like he's all tough, like, "Oh, we kicked your ass," you know. And for a minute, he thinks it moves, and he like scared jumps, you know. And he's like, kind of walks away. Yeah, I imagine like for a minute he swear it moved, and he got scared, and he's like, over here now.
Those things are gnarly.
That's scary as shit. I would not want to run into that.
It's got way too many teeth.
Scorpion.
Yeah,
Man thing.
Yeah, fuck that thing. If that came charging at me,
Truly.
I'd shit myself.
Gonna walk over to Giddy. What did you find?
I found this symbol here, and I mean, I don't really know what it is, but it kind of looks like that statue back there a little bit.
She was always talking about father.
Well, I just based on the look of that statue alone, I'm thinking that that's not your dad.
There, I think she is tied to something. And whoever this father is may be it.
I'm gonna kind of reach up into my neck and pull off. It looks kind of like a bladed shark tooth, and as I pull it off, it expands out into a dagger. I'm gonna kneel down very shakily, grab my mask, put it back on, and then I'm gonna take Asmarelli's head and I'm slowly going to cut out and preserve her eyeballs.
Oh my gosh.
And as I do it, like,
I'm going to take you with me so that you can bear the sight of this little abomination that you created, and you can see that I am much more than what you have wrought into this world.
He slowly covers Ignara's eyes. Just like, don't look.
Silflay is fully focused on this.
Yeah, Calliope is not looking at this, thankfully. Might not be cool with that, but yeah, she's kind of been looking around at the altar and at the other stuff in the room, so she probably hears this go down and is kind of like, not really paying attention. Hears it, but is like still just kind of examining the rest of the altar and the rest of the room. She doesn't want to impose on whatever needs Silflay might have with this corpse, so she's trying to remove herself from the situation, having no idea how to socially navigate that type of interaction. So she's kind of removed herself from it and like, oh, look at this. This is an interesting altar. Oh, just like uncomfortable with it. So she's gone on to try to do that. So There's a religion check, and if that fails, an arcana check.
You're just like, how about those Absalom sunbirds, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Did you guys hear about the new deity? No, I don't know anything.
Um,
That's
just
fucking metal, though.
yeah,
That
I'm
is
glad
it.
Calliope wasn't watching because that'd probably bring up another
Yeah.
fight, another argument between them.
Exactly. And I
but,
had already like typed in the chat like she's overdoing something else. Like so.
So Giddy, with your occultism check, you don't recognize that symbol at all. And as you're kind of turning it around and looking at it, examining it further, you realize that the metal that it's made out of is actually blackened iron.
Oh.
And it, yeah, the symbol has like this open eye on the forehead of the horse's head also. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, with Calliope, your religion check, you're not able to.
I'll look at the
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say I'll look at the their symbol later, but just mostly for like what is the altar and all that kind of stuff. Just to
Sure.
clarify.
Yeah, as you're kind of just investigating the altar and the giant statue of this horsed devil, you actually come across a giant notebook that looked like
Oh, cool.
she had been writing in. You kind of flip through it, and you don't find anything really of value or worth. But it looks like she had been filling it with a bunch of imaginative and very grisly stories of the Sandpoint devil hunting down just townsfolk, and it's just basically fanfic of that.
Oh, gross.
And yeah, you kind of look around the altar, and it looks like there's dozens of these notebooks.
What a freak. Whatever. I shouldn't judge. I apologize.
I
Interesting.
might judge a little bit.
She's kind of like she thumbs through some of them and is like, this is interesting. Can't say any of this is true. I don't. She's quite fanatical, to say the least. She kind of like turns back to the group with one of these tomes in hand. Envision it's like just like this big book, just it's tiny writing. Like, oh my god, she crammed as much as she could into each page. And she sees now the corpse with no eyes and is kind of
Yeah, I think
stoically like
you probably see as you trot around, I've essentially taken one of my potions of anti-plague and used it as like kind of like a pickling solution.
Oh, geez.
keep them fresh.
And yeah, and so between that and prestidigitation, I've cleaned up the eyeballs, and I think as you turn around, I drop the second one in and cork it. And then just I don't even look at you. I just keep looking down at the corpse and kind of finish doing that and putting it away.
God.
Yeah, I think she just like she's like trying to think. Did they still have their eyes when I last saw them? I didn't really look. I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I'm gonna.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you?
No. She's just like trying to like convince herself like this is a very tense moment. Like again, her interpersonal communication is highly like very sorely lacking. So she's this inner monologue is going on, and she's like, "Well, again, does anybody want to look at this book? Just read about this?
There's dozens of them. I don't know if you caught that.
You can, yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't read.
I forgot. Sorry, Brip. Kitty, what is that?
Oh,
What are you holding?
I found it on the body. It looks like it's maybe some kind of symbol, but I don't really know what.
Oh, that looks to me like
pending
for-
result.
Yeah, I saw the roll.
Pause for my roll result.
There's
For dramatic effect.
you get the gist that it is related to the figure depicted in the statue behind the altar. The Sandpoint Devil is what you all are kind of coming to the conclusion to, but as far as any of you know, there has been no worship like this for the Sandpoint Devil in anything that you've read or that you can currently recall.
There's no real religious value to any of this. This is cult-like behavior, in all honesty. I mean, she like kind of reaches out and holds the silver medallion up. You said it's blackened iron?
Yeah.
This blackened thing up next to, just kind of holds it up and looks at it next to, comparing it to the statue behind the altar, and she's clearly obsessed beyond anything I've ever seen. It's not a true religion, yet her devotion to this creature as a god is unmatched. It's unsettling. Like I said, look at all those books. She clearly wrote this. Like, she's...
Souffle will grab the book out of your hands.
Mhm.
I will take this as insight to this creator.
Giddy's flipping through one of them, and it's just like, I wasn't expecting to read demon smut today, but here we are.
Souffle, if you can
understand her better.
keep the tokens to external, if possible.
Hey, Giddy, what's demon
She's like-
smut?
Well, you see,
Just
when
two sides to this role play right here.
You guys are having a serious conversation. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And over
when
here,
one
It's
demon
all
and
good.
another
I
demon
love
love each
it.
other very much, or possibly
Yeah.
just lust after one
I feel like
another
you
a
opened
bunch.
that can, you know, for him.
No, that's perfect.
good-
I love
it's a
the
good can
idea
to
that
open.
it's like, oh god, yeah.
I
But
think
he's like
Giddy
trying to
runs
be
over to
serious
Brip.
and like hearing that in the background, she's just like, okay, well, later.
Giddy
Time and
runs over to
place.
Brip and is
Time and
just like,
place.
listen, it's when one demon and another demon
Yeah.
are very lusty, and things happen, baby demons get made.
things get
Remember, lust is
engorged.
a sin, a deadly sin at that. Well, is there anything else we should do here? I don't want to impose on any personal necessity that might need to take place here, Souffle. If you need more time, we can stay, but I'm not sure what else this room holds for us.
Just looking down at the body
I have what I want from here.
with the book kind of under my side.
I suspect she may have other trinkets. Giddy, Brip, if you want to search her body.
Very well. Souffle will start doing a pharasmic rites just
Still
to
play well?
spiritually. Oh shit. Yeah. I cast power word
I was like,
cleanse
yeah.
on
Oh,
Souffle.
right.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Calliope just picks up Souffle and starts going through the motions.
Just scrubbing
of
her on the
plastic.
walls. Yeah. Clean this place. Using her as a sponge. No, Calliope does some pharasmic rites too. No mechanical real effect, just to... I mean, her ability to cleanse this place is equal to the mother's ability to make it any type of religious, based on the reality of that religion. So she starts to do that, walks around the room and sprinkles some sage around.
While Calliope is doing that, I'm gonna walk up to like one of these symbols.
Mhm.
And is it the same? Are these the same as the teleporters we saw in the other room?
They are, and give yourself an oboe for recognizing that.
Yep. Hells yeah, dude.
Oh, dang, if I would have known it was going to be that easy, I would have said the same thing.
Yes. However, it looks like this teleportation circle to the north has been damaged by what looks to be a fallen rubble. The teleportation circle to the south of this room looks like it's in okay shape, if not a little dusty. They are, just to remind our listeners and you guys, they are circular stone platforms that have the 7-pointed star etched upon them. But it feels like any magic that they did hold have since faded since Earthfall.
Giddy is going to take another look at this statue just to see if there's anything on it that might catch his eye in particular about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I meant to do that privately, but
That's all right. I got your roll, and yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it's nothing you can find in or around it, through it. It is a very unnerving statue of the Sandpoint Devil. That is the bat-winged horse monster, though it is carved from a collection of tree burls and lashed together with cords, and it's just covered in blood stains. Also, splatter is the altar in front
I
of
wish
it.
there was
Actually covered in blood.
I wish there was official art on that. That sounds so fucking cool to me. Like just like tree roots and like driftwood limbs to like make this art. It just sounds so cool.
I think knowing that it's made of tree, I think
It's the tree raiser.
I think yeah.
No,
Giddy
not
would,
here.
I think Giddy would kind of like twitch a little bit at like just thinking of everything that just happened, and then he would snap his fingers together and try to set this thing on fire.
Ooh.
Dope.
Wait, I'm not done with my ritual. No, it's fine. Does it catch on fire?
It starts to. The burls are very thick. They are dry. The cords are dry too, and if you focus on it long enough, you could at least have it start.
Throw some of these straw mats on it.
Or we can cleanse this place of stuff like this, the better.
Yeah.
I would like to do one quick medicine check on the blood. I have some abilities to like be able to see how people died. It's like a forensic feat that I can't recall right off the top of my head, of course. Forensic acumen. So I don't know if I could like tell how old it is, or I'm kind of just like putting words into this, what this feat really does. No, I can examine a body to better determine the cause of injury or death. So that doesn't apply, but how fresh is that blood? Is it old blood, new blood?
It looks like it's a mix. It looks like there's very old blood and maybe blood as fresh as within the week.
Okay. But no other bodies, obviously, so whatever.
No.
Yeah. Sprinkle some crack on her and get out of here.
Oh my god.
Sprinkle some what?
Horrible reference. I don't know. I felt like I blacked out for a moment as I said that. I was taken over by a stupid god.
All right, so you stuff the straw mats that you assume they used to worship on in and around the statue of the Sandpoint Devil, and it begins to catch. The only door out of here is to the east. The wooden door's back into that small hallway where you fought the ogre Gorlak. His body's still there at the center.
Should make sure we close this door tightly to ensure the fire doesn't burn up all the oxygen.
Did you notice?
Since we're underground.
That these are the same symbols and platforms that we saw in the other room. What we recognized as teleporters, though inactive.
Whoa.
Now that you say it, they do look familiar. I wonder how we can get these things working.
Yeah, we've seen those ninja stars all over.
Yes.
How do you know what a ninja is?
I was gonna say, is that a Pathfinder colloquialism that we know what a ninja's? Is ninja a class? Now. I think it was in 1E. I don't know if 2E has it yet.
Yeah, I don't think 2E has it yet.
It
Ninja
wasn't
Star
one
is so
week.
funny.
I got these cousins who are turtles.
Oh,
Oh, you would.
oh God.
Cousins not by blood.
I was gonna say very, very
But
distant
Swamp
cousins,
cousins,
I
you know?
assume. Ah, yes. That's like, never mind. Uh,
Curious where that was about to go.
I feel like now that you mentioned, I do recall trying to think on it, and the power required seemed very, very, very large, beyond any of our capabilities. I wish that my controller had the same memory that I would in world to be able to remember that. Yeah, I feel like Calliope knew that it was like it could be done, but it would be like extremely difficult or require a ton of magical power.
Yeah. Reigniting them, I agree, is beyond us, but that means that this complex is much larger than we thought. And is this not similar architecture to what we saw below Sandpoint?
It does look fairly familiar.
Yeah, it's this seven-pointed ninja star is definitely that
Mu-
Thessalonian symbol.
Not Mother. Asmorelli. She often referred to Father, which I don't know who that is. I think it's that.
And I point to the statue that is now burning.
We keep seeing references to that. The only thing I know about Father, or who she called Father, is that they are more powerful and more cruel than she is.
Well, that sounds like something to avoid.
There's a lot of similarities here. My personal path is complete for now. Thank you.
I specifically look at Calliope.
She's kind of been avoiding eye contact with you, but hearing a little bit more of the closure of this and understanding what you're saying, she looks up at you and meets your eyes behind the mask, which I'm assuming she can't really make out as much now, but
Yeah.
she kind of like remembers what your eyes and face look like, and it's like, of course, of course. I'm glad that we could get you this closure that you not only needed but deserved.
Yeah. And you guys have seen like one of her eyes light up with kind of like it looks like a floral tattoo through the slit in the eyes, but you realize when the mask was off, you didn't see it, or maybe it was too light to see. So it seems that it's only visible upon activation. But
What we're finding here, I suspect we're going to see more of. Even in your journey to find this Wargo Rabs. I just ask that we don't forget. I think we're stumbling upon something that is much, much bigger than us. I don't know if we're the ones to address it, but we can at least bring it to Brother Twink and Quink and others.
Agreed. This is spiraled beyond anything I imagined it would. But we're all here for a reason, obviously. You found some closure in the depths here that was so very unexpected. I wonder if what else we'll meet down here. Brip? Maybe those turtle cousins are down here. Giddy? I'm not sure if ghosts from your past will arise as well, but it seems that for whatever reason, however you wish to interpret it, we're here for some reason. I attribute mine to divine, of course. It goes without saying. I should probably stop, but I'm not eager. It's not the right word to continue our search down here. I do think that it needs to happen. So let's get out of here.
Right.
This does feel like a chance to prove to myself that I can move past my time as a Scanetti and make my own path forward, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
You can.
Thank you, so flat. I appreciate that. I don't know what that's gonna look like yet, but I guess at least I'm glad it's with you guys and not them.
All
I
right.
envision the Chunk talking to Sloth at the end of Goonies. You're gonna live with me now. He has nowhere else to go. It's like Calliope looks down at Giddy. You're gonna live with me now.
Where'd that voice come from, Calliope?
I don't know why that popped into my head, but it did.
All right, so you guys
it's a
move out of the devil's worshipping room.
Mhm.
The burled carving of the Sandpoint devil continues to catch fire and burn. You move eastward back into the hallway around the body of the ogre and its giant ogre hook. The hallway has egresses to the northeast, south, and a secret door to the north, as well as the secret tunnel you guys walk through to get here to the northwest.
Calliope is gonna grab that ogre hook thingy.
Okay.
Can she like take that weapon?
Absolutely. It is large-sized.
Okay. The way you specifically mentioned it, I was like metagaming, but probably also very obviously a part of that mound of.
Just gonna walk around with an anchor on your back.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I am very close to being encumbered, so
All right.
I'm sickened one. I'm gonna take that off. I think that was from her
I'm
shrieking.
still enfeebled. I think that's removed when you get healed, though, right?
No, you need a full night's rest.
Oh,
to remove
Yeah.
enfeebled.
Enfeebled is a shit. I was enfeebled too for a while. If it's a large, it's not. Does it magical? This weapon
is magical. Yep, you see that it's etched with runes.
Well, I'll hold on to this. Maybe we can maybe utilize this somehow, but I might be slowed a bit.
Could Ignora carry it upon her back?
I suppose she could
It's like-
actually.
I don't know. Can she? Just tie it down with some rope.
Right.
Just like a big ass, like a 2x4 on the roof of a car.
He just has a giant hook on her back now.
Yeah. Oh, that's
she could run and
Perfect.
grab people now. Just
Right.
yeah.
That sounds like fun. I like this idea.
new
I'm
technique
just gonna-
unlocked.
I'm just gonna pop this in the stash for bookkeeping style, but then we can continue on. So
Okay,
Iggy's
yep.
gonna be like that giant dog boss from Dark Souls with the giant sword.
Sif,
That.
The bestest boy.
Aw. All right, so you have the
Edge.
worked hallway to the north. Looks like it's part of the ancient facility here, and then the natural cave tunnel that goes off to the south, and then forks to the east and southwest. Where are
Also
we headed?
appears to be a door to the
There-
north.
There's a secret
yeah.
door to the north that has a set of staircases that goes down into the darkness below.
before
Oh, that's
hold
right.
on. as we've been walking, there is a fresh trail of blood on the ground here from one of you who is still very badly hurt. One of you is leaking.
I have 36 hit points.
Yeah, Souffle is badly injured. Giddy is just injured.
Should maybe not rush into another thing here.
I
feel
could
like-
patch up Giddy a little bit.
You know, that sounds great.
Do we got 10 minutes?
Yep. We can say that you guys did this in the room prior to, before you
Okay,
set
yeah,
fire
sorry.
to the
I've already been patched.
I'm gonna cast a heal on you.
Come
Calliope
away,
reaches
come
out and
heal away.
kind of lifts up Souffle's arm a little bit and sees some more damage in her foliage. Roll healing.
Patching me up there, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
I think so too.
Well, to the north, the flooring is the same squares and type of walls that we encountered before, but to the south it looks a little unworked. So that probably tells us that we're going to face two different types of foes while we're here. Going south will probably take more into the aberrations and creatures of the dark, and north will most likely be more related to creatures that dwell in this area already.
So far, that means ogres, gargoyles, and women.
I beg your pardon?
I think Souffle and Calliope just look over at Giddy.
Oh wait, I meant halfling. Halfling, that's the word I was looking for. I couldn't remember what the heck she was. Iggy even gave me the stank eye for that one.
The party is more female aligned, I would say. Oh, Souffle, you said kind of treads the line with she, they, but still.
Yeah.
Maybe a pretty good spectrum there.
Mm.
Anyway, well,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. That's all I'll really be able to do, but I do, like I've mentioned, I would hate to continue searching blindly for a shortcut back to below the graveyard. The boneyard is what it's called in Sandpoint. I feel like we started this route to try to find a route back, but knowing that we have a route, we just have to backtrack quite a bit. I do wish to not spend too much more time diving deeper here blindly. If that makes sense.
That's probably a good call. Plus, to be honest, I'm all out of juice.
Yes, I think heading back to town might be in all of our best interests. We can thankfully take care of all of our physical ailments and restore our powers, and I can continue my mission to, unfortunate as it may be, cleanse the graveyard of the undead. I feel like a broken record, even though that doesn't exist in this world.
That bag that Iggy's carrying is starting to look pretty heavy.
Yeah, well, Iggy's stronger than you think, but yeah, she could probably use a break.
So, just again, while we're here, I don't want to go back and come back all over again. So, just put a mental timer on it. Well, that's not necessarily the only issue.
You said you need to go find this Wogo Raps.
Yes,
the
but
tunnel likely led out here, but that was blocked off on the other side. And if we go and remove that blockage, they'll be very aware of us traveling in a tunnel that likely, if it is a closed off corridor, you would likely have no chance of reaching them.
The only problem with that is that trying to find the back door, so to speak, is a shot in the dark. We're miles from there. I have no idea if any one of these tunnels will lead there. I'm not versed enough in dungeoneering, for lack of a better term, to be able to know this. I lack survival skills in the wilderness. So while I do appreciate that point of view, I feel like the most direct route to the problem is potentially the best, considering time is running short for me. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been a little slow on the jump, and I can directly attribute that to my inaction in the past.
Well, I've disagreed with your god. If that's what you want to do, then I suppose that's what we'll do, but I think it's the wrong call. But I will follow you at this point.
I appreciate it, considering that I could literally lose my powers that she's granted me. I mean, she speaks through me in my ability to heal your wounds, and
You just ask her. She speaks through you. If you have this strong connection, she led you to find that dagger. Could she not ascertain the closest path to your goal to allow you to keep your powers? Is she that selfish of a god that she won't give you that insight?
that's a good point of view. But I would say that we have the path. It's just the opposite direction. If we choose to rest, I might glean some information in a dream, as I've been wont to do before. It's happened quite often through my life. But I can't guarantee that it will provide an answer, and then we're a day behind.
Are we really prepared to travel like we are?
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to resting here again, but I just don't. Essentially, I just don't want to take too much time down here. I can't get more cursed, man. You won't like me when I'm cursed. Yes, okay. Yes, all of that to say, let's just keep a mental timer on it if you don't mind, please.
So, we're going back up top?
No, I'm gonna open this door now.
Oh, okay. I don't have any juice left in me, but okay.
One more door. There might be a woman behind it after all.
All right, well, I'm out of here then.
Oh, yeah, we already opened this door. It's a fucking staircase.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's what I was saying earlier, too.
Oh, I missed that. Oh. Okay, well, sorry. Being blind for 1 minute really, really messed me up. Well,
you know that reminds me of that freaking scene in Anchorman 2 where he's like, I'm blind to everything that has nothing to do with him being blind.
I don't recall Anchorman 2 well enough.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
I could probably rewrite the script with the first one with 95% accuracy, but the second one I do not recall well.
I just remember there's a minotaur at the end.
Yes, there is a minotaur. Brush my teeth with a lobster because I'm blind.
Think of the minotaur from Your Highness. But anyway, Kitty, let's We should just sleep here then. Is that what we're?
Do
I
you
feel like we
want to
rested.
rest on top of the ogre? Or would you like to go in the other room and put out the fire?
Oh, we burnt all the sleeping mats.
Yeah, that we did do. That was unfortunate thinking on my part.
Ugh.
Well, I don't have
There's-
any means to cleanse a fire, so
You could sleep in the room where that Hezro demon's body is, or go back a bit more to where those
dark dwellers were.
dark dwellers were.
Those are all comforting thoughts.
Maybe
They
we'll
had
find something on the way.
they had mats. There's enough mats for all of them, but after murdering, they've got some to spare.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Giddy,
Boo. So bad.
how,
Ugh.
we can both control fire to a degree. Help me die this down.
Now that I can do.
All right, so you guys enter back into the room where Asmorelli's body is and the crumbled remains of the gargoyles are. Take the time to put out the fire and find some respite. With that said, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back in about 5 or so minutes. Stick around as we go into the next part of this adventure tonight. I'm singing because
What song is that?
Find the scene. There it is. Okay. I don't know. I'm just singing it on my throat. Toodaloo. We'll be back. Baby, I'm back. Baby, we're back. Part 2 of episode 53. We're back in it. Everybody's rested. Some items are identified. And let's continue. Sally forth. I don't think you guys would ever say that, or your characters even also.
Sally ho.
Sally ho.
Rip might.
Sally ho. Sally comma ho.
Silly hoes. You guys have a variety of directions to go, as mentioned previously. Where do you go from here?
Well, I think we might have to take a note from Gullible Fox, who is screaming at us to go south for a good minute.
Go
The-
south.
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice anymore.
The southern hallway goes off in a long direction and is essentially a tunnel to another
Into
map,
a
I think.
cave. Did your pharasmic deity give you any insight during your nightly rest?
I don't know.
Actually, thank you for bringing that up. You were
My curse progresses. Okay.
you were
Oh.
visited again by the Herald of Pharasma. Let's cut to that real quick. I did mean
Great.
to do this.
Fuck.
You drift off into sleep. And as restful
Here
as
we go
it is,
again.
you appear in front of this ruins. You're not even entirely sure of what this building was at one point. And you see the moon behind it, fog rolling in, dark clouds overhead. The moon is Grotus, if you're familiar with that god.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
am.
face of the long dead god Grotus in the moon, staring down. He actually sits behind the throne of Pharasma in her realm. So you see that, but you know that you're not in Pharasma's realm. You're somewhere else. You're not entirely sure. But again, you see this hooded, feminine-looking figure kind of walk around a ruined pillar. And you hear that voice again in your head. Another day passes. And yet, you still stray from the teachings of our goddess. What is your reason?
It's clearly a difference of understanding, but straying and delaying, I would argue, are different, but your presence here tells me that that doesn't matter. I'm trying to find an easier route back to the quarry, but been unsuccessful so far. I'm trying to make this a priority.
She steps down a little bit closer, and the the pale moonlight, like you can feel the coldness just wash over your face, and you get a better look at this woman again, cloaked in grays, face is veiled in a silver meshed hood, and her robes shimmer, and it's threaded with runes of Pharasma's judgment, worship, and stars. But again, she doesn't carry any weapons, just a lantern that's made of bone, and it looks like maybe starlight itself. She says, "This warren of the dead festers. You say you're delayed, and you make this a priority, but it seems like this is not the case. You're not cursed for failing to act. You are cursed because you know action is demanded. Now, as a herald of Pharasma, I put this curse upon you. She can't be everywhere at once. But she has sent me to you. However, as one of whom who has caught her eye, I must enact her punishment." As she says that, the lantern kind of flickers, and you feel your heartbeat a little bit harder. You still have time, but not forever. Perhaps there is a good reason for your delay. But I question still if even though you say this is a priority, I question it. Is there truth in that? And then she raises.
There is. Oop, okay, never mind.
She raises the
No,
lantern.
I feel like she maybe like that feeling in the dream where you're like, oh yeah, no, this is the perfect comeback, and then you just don't say anything. It's clearly she's not supposed to respond to this herald.
She raises the hourglass, and you can't help but stare in. And as you do, you wake up.
I envision her, Calliope, waking up and kind of just muttering, "Show me the way. Show me the way. Show." She comes conscious and stops talking and kind of looks around. Sits up quickly. If everyone else is asleep, she's kind of just going to get up and leave the room and look out in the hallway and kind of just make her way over that way.
Okay. All is clear. The hallway. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you're good to keep describing.
Okay. Yeah, the hallway's lit up by the embedded 7-pointed ninja stars in the ceilings above. But you guys make your way out and start heading in which direction?
And then Calliope would say to Sylphlay after she asked that,
"Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not get such explicit divine intervention.
My guts says south, but I'll do whatever you guys think.
I've been warned again, further, that my time is running out. This could be interpretive, but in my dream, I literally saw an hourglass. the sand falling through it. Can't get much more literal than that in interpreting symbolism, so I don't know that I have the, I wouldn't say maybe not luxury, but that might not be afforded to me to wait longer.
You are progressing forward. Isn't that
Sometime, what?
Quite.
Keep going, sorry.
I don't know. I do not understand your deity or its representation. But going back to town to face an obstacle in which we have to remove that gives the enemy, in this case, who you believe is an enemy, understanding that we are approaching, takes away any surprise. And it means that they know you are coming. And if it is a one-way tunnel, they can simply block it off again and again. It is a gamble out here, I agree. Maybe Brip's right. Maybe we go south. Maybe we go north down the stairs. Maybe we go around the hallway, I don't know. My nose has only gotten us into trouble. But going all the way back, I don't know. You and I have been driving a lot of this. Giddy and Brip have been along for the ride. Maybe we listen to them.
Well,
Maybe your God flows through them.
I'd love to give them that opportunity, but if their decisions negatively impact me, I will be unable to continue assisting anyone if this continues further.
I really don't like your God.
Again, this is beyond or I should say, my point to argue. My lot in life has been cast. This is my fate. This is however you want to interpret it. That's up to you, but that is how I have decided to live. And the only way that I know to take care of this issue that's been placed directly in front of me is to go back. I have to. I could give 10 minutes before we turn back, but without directly knowing where we're going, that this is going to lead to my ultimate destination that my God has tasked me with, I cannot continue to walk that unknown path when a known one lays directly beside it. If there's anything quick we can take a look at here, I will support that, but then I will have to return and leave this place. Same direction we came.
So, yeah, I was saying, Giddy
Sorry,
and Rip are
guys.
out whispering in the hallway and just like, okay, so if I'm understanding, in order for you to not get in trouble with Mama Pharasma, we need to go backwards and take care of this ghoul situation.
That correct. Please don't say Mama Pharasma again. That's it's borderline. It's a very gray area in a very gray world, but
Mama Gray.
That's pretty dope.
no, that was my
Is that
nanny
better?
growing up though.
Grave Mama.
Grave
Oh, I
Mama.
like that.
Mommy Graves.
You can continue this in your own time if you prefer. But
if defeating these undead ghouls you speak of is better for the people of Sandpoint and the Lost Coast, then I'm all for it.
that is ultimately my interpretation beyond just what my God demands, but ultimately, is there a target here? Where we are now, are we looking for something specific, or are we searching around, opening doors blindly, looking for whatever happens to be behind them? We don't specifically have an agenda here beyond explore. Correct?
Saying we need to regroup and refocus.
That does seem true. I don't know that we particularly. I mean, we found what Silflay was looking for down here, but I.
Correct. Ultimately, we came
What?
out here to the pit to find goblins. We're still searching for Rip Nugget, I believe. No, we found him.
Yeah, we found him.
We
We killed him.
found. Yes, we found. That was our ultimate goal here in the pit, and we've continued to delve deeper, finding. Luckily, we were able to gain some closure, and
Rip Nugget was turned into an undead. What turned Rip Nugget?
we may be able to
So-
find answers from Wolgar Rabs.
Who is likely in the Devil's Plateau? Are they not? There's the spider.
There's no way to know
The
that.
spider. We can ask the spider.
Well, that's on the way back, so we may as well head that way now.
Your god is hopeless.
I'm just gonna walk up and follow. I'm just gonna walk and pal with Giddy.
Well.
Remember that next time, cast a heal upon you,
And you hear
or
Baker's
stabilize,
man.
or any of my magic. Yeah, they're doing that game slide where you like do the things like increase
Yeah.
it each time.
I love slide.
How many mommies
Yeah.
the graves does it take? 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'll say at least one, and she points to herself. I mean, out of character, I have to go do this, so it seems pretty explicit.
At this point, I feel like Giddy is just sincerely like, listen, Calliope, we don't want to get you in any more trouble with your god. So, in my opinion, we should go back and take care of this problem. And who knows? Maybe we'll find a way to come to some sort of compromise between the way that your god wants to handle this and the way that Silflay wants to handle this.
I'm not opposed to coming back out here. It's something that has to be done. And if you would like to stay, that is fine. You can have some fun times apart for a moment. Fondness makes, or what is it? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I don't know sayings. Anyway. And on top of all that, we have quite a bit of paraphernalia that might be swapped out to help our own strength. Though that's not the focus, that is a nice little bonus.
Yeah, some cold, hard gold.
Exactly.
I've already voiced my disagreement, but I said I would follow you.
All right, let's go find these ghouls and fuck them up.
Appreciate the enthusiasm, Giddy.
You said you want to take 10 minutes. Brip, do you want to do a little scouting in that time?
I could do that. I'm feeling froggy.
Don't you always?
Is
All right.
anybody
You always feeling
still
froggy?
hurt in this moment after resting, by the way?
I'm missing 9 hit points, but that
I'm
I'll last. That's fine.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm full
missing
HP.
12? 12.
I just got blood on my token for some reason.
Oh, while Giddy is, or excuse me, while Brip is scouting around, I wanted to mention this, but then I got the dream thing distracted me too. But Calliope, after waking up, you've noticed like when we all went to bed, her face makeup has chipped and is pretty much probably covering less than half of her face really at this point. And she has a cleanly washed face because at this point it's not serving its purpose, so she has cleaned her face, not to steal any of the unmasking spotlight of Silflay. That is just something that has happened just because. So she has just pale skin, no face paint on, and hawkish features, dark
you do
eyes.
have a face under there.
Which way do you guys want me to go?
South.
She does say, I will definitely be making a note that I need to bring a little bit more of a ration my paint.
Brip, as you move southward, you come to the fork in the unworked tunnel. After a short distance to the east, you see that the tunnel opens up into a cavern of some sort. In the eastern, against the eastern wall, with your dark vision, you can catch sight of maybe a few pillars. The tunnel to the southwest, you can feel like this wafting of air moving through the tunnel and towards you, but it smells of decay and just rancid vinegar. You can see that it looks like another cavern of some sort, and at the center of it, it looks like there's a pile of rubble built up. And it looks like you can kind of see the back southwestern wall, and it looks like there's a tunnel that moves southward from there.
Is there a note on it from Wolgar Rabs?
He says he's gonna have to walk 100 some odd feet to get to that part of the cavern. What are we doing?
Smells
Yeah.
like undead.
So Brip stealthily moves
Right.
in 15 feet to the fork, and then he's gonna scout stealthily down the southwest.
Okay. Let me get a secret stealth check.
Already did.
I see it. Wait, no, I don't. I see it now. All right. All right, so you move southwestward to through this small tunnel. You're gonna enter the cavern.
Yeah. Just gonna take another 15 feet.
All right. As you stand at the mouth of this cavern, it is much more moist and warm, and the stench is extremely strong. You can see stalactites and stalagmites ring the edges of this large 20-foot high cavern, but in the center, they've been smashed aside to form an immense nest of rubble. Looks like there's swaths of greasy slime that are smeared thick across the rubble, as well as the walls and ceiling of a 10-foot wide passageway that leads south. Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead and roll a perception check, please. Okay. As you're kind of peeking around this pillar here, you notice that there's a door here, just to the eastern part, just a little bit southeast of you.
Okay.
An impasse. The moment of silence.
Yeah, what do you want to do from here?
So seeing the door, I think he would continue stealthing forward towards the door, and he would search for traps and then listen for sounds.
Okay. As you move towards the door, with this frightening speed, and from the rubble, a creature crawls out. It hisses at you. You turn to look at it, and it is unlike anything you've seen before. Though it may resemble...
Oh.
It resembles maybe the Sandpoint Devil, except that it kind of crawls out of all the rubble, knocking the debris aside, and it is huge. It
Dylan
hisses
is standing here like that
Oh,
that upset cricket fan meme.
Yeah, we get the feeling that frog's in trouble somewhere.
Yes, it speaks parcel now.
so I think
You know it's talking to you.
I just don't understand it.
Right.
Okay. Is it pretty loud?
It seems to be only echoing in this chamber.
Okay. I think at this point he would attempt to do. Could I do an acrobatics check to pretty much roll behind the next pillar to get to right here?
To right where?
To the right side of the northern pillar, closer to the
Are you trying to
northern
Are
hallway.
you just trying to acrobatics out of this cavern?
Yes. Well, more of moving to the next pillar for cover, and then the next attempt would be the hallway. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me an acrobatics check. Doesn't need to be secret. All right. You get there. And you can continue moving if you want. The creature's eyes are watching you with very intense focus. So,
Part of me thinks I should just holler for the team. Part of me thinks I should run.
Your moment.
this creature is it's, you see that it's got wings that are kind of folded back against it. It's got like a snake-like body and like gnarly clawed forearms, and it does have like a horse-like face, though maybe a little bit stouter, and just crazy looking sharp teeth as it's hissing at you. Very
Also
muscular.
speaking.
It is speaking, and it looks like to be maybe 20 feet, almost 20 feet tall, and 20 feet across, without its wings spread out.
So I think Brip would speak back to it, intentionally speaking very loudly. He was going to say, I don't speak whatever language that you're speaking. And he's hoping that people down the hallway might hear him.
Yeah, I imagine we all would have been at the entrance, not followed him, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can put yourselves at the edge of the where the tile meets the worked. Sorry, where the cavern meets the worked floor. And give me secret perception checks.
Secret perception.
Try not to yell secret tunnel.
It kind of hisses as it talks. All right. Souffle and Giddy, you hear Brip. What did you say again? I don't understand what you're saying.
Basically, yeah, he would loudly say, I don't understand the language you're speaking to me in.
Yeah, so Flay's just gonna look back at the rest of them.
Brip's not alone.
Oh man, why does this always happen?
Fuck. Yeah, Calliope has a moment where she puts her hands on her hips too.
What? Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, I was gonna say, based off the sound, do I know which way Brip is? But I think as soon as I get around the corner, I'm like, oh, that's where Brip is.
Do you have dark vision?
Oh yeah, I got dark vision.
Okay.
We all got dark vision.
We all got dark vision. Dylan finally joined the
yeah.
party
Yeah.
level 5.
Yeah.
All right, Souffle, you see that, but I want to give Brip a chance to do something.
I think, if anything, If Brip had an action, free action, it would just be to hunt prey.
No free actions, but you're kind of just waiting here then.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything to provoke this thing, and he's waiting for his team.
Okay. All right. What did the rest of you do? Silflay, you can actually Giddy. I think you can see too. No, Giddy can't see. Silflay, you can clearly see that this large creature, gargantuan-sized creature, is kind of at an impasse with Brip. Its eyes are completely focused on Brip. Brip is behind a pillar, just on the mouth of the cavern in the tunnel. It looks like he's got a clear way back if he wants to, though.
Is it speaking anymore?
Not
'Cause
at the
I've-
moment.
Have I only heard Asmarelli? No, I've heard Asmarelli and Father talk, right? I've never seen Father, but I've heard it talk, right?
You don't know what this creature is.
Yeah.
You've never actually, you have like vague memories of Father, but it's always been a silhouette of a humanoid figure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. I don't know if I could see Brip, but I can see this creature focused on something.
Yeah, Brip is pretty much back to the wall, back to this pillar, looking over at it, and looking at it, looking at you guys, using it as cover.
As Brip kind of looks back, it moves its head and its eyes gaze up to meet yours, Silflay. And then it hisses again towards Brip, but keeping its eyes on you, Silflay. And it kind of takes like an inch forward with its claws, slithering up a bit.
Did it say Aklo? Did it just say Aklo? I can barely hear.
This might be the statue.
I'm gonna kind of raise my hands up and I'm gonna take a few steps in.
Brip, this. We did not mean to intrude.
No, Silflay, stop. Let's go. Get out. Everybody leave. It's asking us to leave.
We need Brip.
I know, Brip. Let's go. Leave. Let's leave immediately. You're fine. Let's immediately leave. Don't make eye contact. Let's go.
I'm keeping eye contact, unfortunately.
Okay, that's
but I will back up with my hands raised.
You know what? I like Calliope's idea here. I think I enjoyed that one.
Calliope will center herself in the hallway and speak back to this creature and just respectfully like bow her head and be like, we did not mean to disturb. We will leave immediately. Thank you for communicating your needs to us.
You speak Aklo.
Yes.
It has been ages since I've had a conversation. Come forward. Speak to me more. I will not harm you.
Can I do... Oh, fuck. I don't even know what type of knowledge check I would do on this.
Its voice drips with an ancient tone that echoes through the cavern and tunnel. You feel it in your bones as it talks to you.
Respectfully, I would love to honor your original request and leave your lair.
Dripping with just slime and spittle. Do not return then.
Do a yeah, Calliope's talking to it.
What is it? I thought you told us to leave, but you have any conversation with it? Do we need to go talk to it?
No, he said he hasn't spoken Aklo in ages, and I'm just trying to like respectfully tell him we're fucking off. Because he wants me to come closer and talk more with him now all of a sudden. So
Pharasma speaks in mysterious ways, doesn't she?
that's not. Come on, man. That's not the time. Look, I get it. She is going to do a religion check because that's kind of her default thing for knowledge is. But if she fails, there will be an Arcana check to back up. That should have been private.
It's okay.
The Arcana roll, I'll use a reaction to use that knowledge feat to be able to re-roll with Arcana to figure out what type of creature this is.
Perfect.
While she's like, fucking Sylphite, Jesus, not Jesus. Gods. Pharasma's eyes. Oh, not the best swear given the time, but that's so fucking funny to me though. Just like, just middle fingers along the whole thing.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I like how I said man, like easy man. Stop it. Stop, bro. Like,
all right, so your religion check was for you're just trying to identify
right? What it is. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, with either of your checks, you are unable to determine what this is. You have a feeling, though, that it is something ancient and old, and that this is its lair, and it's been here for gods know how long.
It's a legendary creature. Legendary Pokemon.
Dun, dun, dun,
okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, having knowing that a little bit, just like, oh, it said don't come back, so we're not going to come back, right? You don't need to. This is some ancient being, independent of deities. That was to Sylphly.
I know, it's sorry.
Okay, it's all good. Just to clarify.
Perhaps. But if that is the thing at the center of all of this, then maybe at some point in the future, we will have to return.
Well, we'll make a note of it on our mental map, but for the time being, I don't think that we should rush into any more interaction with this thing.
I was not looking for a fight with that thing.
Perfect. And then Calliope will focus her attention back on this creature and say, apologies. We will not disturb you further. We will see ourselves out.
Okay.
And just like back out of there. Unless it's going to say something else.
No, you see it kind of like kind of stretch a little bit, sits up, and spreads its wings out, essentially just flexing on you as you walk away. Its wingspan hits the edges of the cavern, you assume.
Okay. Massive. Let's keep that one, take a mental photo of that, mental picture, I guess, and tell someone, see if they can tell us what it is.
Broderick Quink, perhaps.
Yes, it's the only one I can think of. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And with that, you guys return to the hallway, and we'll find the end of the episode here. Huzzah, hooray! That's it for us today!
We didn't
did
die.
Nobody died. Nobody died.
No, we did not.
Did
But
not
that's it for
TPK.
today's episode, and
Yes.
we'll be back next week with a pre-recorded episode because schedules and all that fun stuff. But we'll see where these chuckleheads end up. Hopefully, they can make a decision on which direction and doors to open. I'm sure they will.
I think
at some
Calliope
point.
is making the decision after that last interaction. It's like, you know what? I'm going. Follow if you want.
We'll see. But in the meantime, don't forget to
Yes.
join our Discord and just hang out with us there. Talk shop. And until then, don't forget to live by the
Live
die,
by
and
the die.
die by the
Die
die.
by the die.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, girl.
Bye-bye.